Yo, what's going on everyone, it's TK and today I'm going to show you the Electro boots in action with some Electro Titans, and this is going to be a strategy that I built myself and is originally an edited version of Carbon Fin strategy that I've done a few days ago on the maxing that Electro boots video. So let's dive in and see how this strategy works because it's quite intense. Here we are on this base, and guys, you can see the strategy right now. So I have changed it and I put one recall spell with only 7 invisibility, so not 9. So we switched around the spell placement that much, and also my RC, I'm having the Phoenix with her because I kind of want to give her an idea of going back into the action and not just leave her at the beginning. Now, one thing we have with this strategy is the rocket loons, and currently I'm kind of moving around if I want to take rocket loons or super barbarians, because sometimes I've been having problems and issues with time fills, so the super barbarian can be a really good addition to clean up the back end. But let's look at the rocket spear putting in the work, and this is why I like it. If you're diving into an area where they have heroes, the rocket spell can nearly two-shot every hero except the king and I think the royal champion, maybe the minion prince, maybe, but I think the RC is up there. Now look at these invisibilities, and I know the RC is going low on HP, but we can gain back some HP during our time of using these invisibility spells. Look at this, making the monolith invisible so the champion can take it out with the aura, and now going for the sweeper. I could have made that invisible as well so we can run past it, and this is where we recall the RC. Now we can have 2 access of starting the attack. I'm going to start from the right hand side, and this is pretty much something really simple. So you go with Titans, Warden, King, Queen, and of course Root Rider, Droids, and the Mini Warden. Everything down the middle. That's how you want to do it. And also you have the siege barracks to do that funneling on the right hand side. Usually if you see there is a immediate Tesla farm, drop one of your Titans with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Wizard. They're gonna be going crazy for the whole base. Now, let me tell you about the RC placement, because of course here everyone knows the jump placement, the king ability. You're gonna rage through the clan castle. Usually if it's a lot of damage, you're gonna rage and pop the warden ability through a lot of damage with the rage towers. But what is interesting is the RC. Where do you drop her? Now there is differential between bases, but what I chose on this base was to drop it from the top side, and because we got the healing from that electro boots, you're gonna see what happens. And of course the Phoenix, don't forget the Phoenix. We're gonna drop the RC far away, so this way she gains HP back by the time she reaches the ricochet cannon. And also the lower side, we've been having some amazing damage throughout the base, and look at the Phoenix now. It's going to clear this back end for us, so we don't have to go there and finish the base off and invest some more time. The Phoenix itself will come back and do the cleanup in case the RC dies too early and there's buildings behind it. And just look at how many angles we finish this base off, from the top, from around the middle, and then from low and lower. Every angle was covered by a troop. This is the beauty of this strategy, and I've made it so much easier to control your RC walk with having the Phoenix and of course that recall and invisibilities. But let's move on to another attack. Here we are on the second base, and guys, I want to showcase what happens if you drop the RC right in a Tesla farm. There's a literally full Tesla farm here, and you're gonna see what happens. Now we use the rocket loons again to give RC that value with the funnels around that major defenses, so these are the major defenses, and you want to cut around the between them, so RC goes straight through the middle. Now it was enough of a funnel. This is where we go into a Tesla farm. Our CHP is going down, and she's having troubles with the rocket loons to hit those Teslas. She literally wasted so many of those rocket spear, and she wasted half of her HP. But look at what happens with these invisibilities. You're gonna be able to control the RC to go through the core and also stay alive with gaining back HP. Now the earthquake spell in this army is quite interesting because you can take down clan castle and in general just make buildings weaker for your electro boots or your rocket spear. But this is where the RC is going crazy. 2 more invisibilities, and you can already see how we gained back that HP. 1 more invisibility, maybe I didn't need it, but this is where I'm going to recall the RC and start from the top side, going opposite side of a very far town hall. So Everything down the middle, you want to go ahead, of course, with those nice early wall breakers. I kind of forgot here, but I'm gonna kind of make sure I have a good jump. That's what I can tell you. Like with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Wizards on the left hand side, we're gonna have a nice funnel. The wall breaker, as I said, was a bit late. Warden is a bit low on HP. I don't know what the droids are doing, but they're not helping. A few headhunters. This is where I wanted to pop the Warden ability, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I kind of messed up, guys. I kind of messed up. Even though we are so far from the Rage Tower, I did pop a very early Warden ability for no reason. But I wanted to gain back the HP that we lost through the middle. Now, this is where you can keep the King's ability intact and pop it as late as possible. And now you have the choice of where to drop the Royal Champion. Let the King does his own thing. Let it do its own thing. And let it go with that Earthquake Boots. Then, once you see there's a few defenses down, you have the chance of dropping the RC into a very nice area that your queen might not be able to finish. So in this case, we drop the RC right into the enemy Royal Champion, into more Teslas, and of course that Skelly Trap is what I mean, into the Ricochet Cannon. Now the RC has the Phoenix, so she's gonna come back anyway and help you clean up this backend. This is again the beauty of having to control your RC and get it back to action basically, and this is what I like. Plus, I don't use the recall spell. You've probably never seen on this channel that I've done a recall spell attack. Not with my dragons, not with my super bowlers, or any other smash, warden walk, queen recall, RC recall. This is the first time I'm using the recall in a very good manner that I actually like it, and it's not useless. It's not like something that, okay, it's just a recall spell. No, it's actually pretty useless to drop the RC back in action. On the third attack, you're gonna see what I do on this base. Now, there is double rages, and you need to choose one of the sides to drop your RC. Now, I'm gonna choose the left side because obviously it's a bit kind of easier for me. I don't know why, I just chose the left side. Doesn't matter really the exact reason, there is no reasoning. So, we're going in with some rocket loons to get our rocket spare and earthquake in the core, basically. Not around the core, that's what I wanna say. The Ricochet Cannon will go down, the RC is going to shoot the Expo and then come a bit to the top side, but then she was going to move back around the core. And then once she dives into the base, you can go with that invisibilities. So now just watch how I manage to go. I'm going to kind of skip a few things with these invisibilities. Skipping the Tesla, going for the builder. Now we can go and skip a few other defenses. How much ever you can see the RC is going to stay in a certain area, you can go and make that area invisible. So the electro boots are gonna take care of those. We got one more invisibility for the RC, but notice I start my queen already and then I recall the RC. I could have kept her, but this is useless because this is the area we're gonna dive in with our heroes anyway, right? This is the exact area, so there is no point of using that invisibility on the Royal Champion. It's just one extra spell, you're gonna put it in the bin, you know, because you can keep it. Now, everything down the middle, as I said before, it's so simple. Wallbreaker, if the wallbreaker doesn't work, go ahead and early jump it. It doesn't matter, your king ability will open the entire base. Now again, once you see the rage tower goes off, you can see the root rider is going low on HP, or your titans. Go with that warden ability and make sure you catch everything and get everything in your warden ability. Now we do have a jump to give my king kind of access and basically more variety of that earthquake boots, because I want to pop it a bit deeper so we can get more defenses, and this is where I'm sure of the town hall, so I go with the RC drop on the left hand side. And you can see with the electro boots, if there is Tesla farms, if there is skelly traps, she's gonna run through it. There's nothing that is gonna stop a very kind of near full HP RC with Phoenix. There is literally nothing that can stop her. Sometimes, yeah, you can have bad RC drops. I've been having it as well. I've been getting used to the strategy for a long time now, but the bad RC drops are the ones that you could end up time failing, or for example, you could end up actually failing because you dropped the RC in a Ricochet Cannon and a Monolith just because you got a bit greedy with the Phoenix. You thought everything's gonna go fine, but unfortunately it wasn't. Hopefully you guys like the way I explained this attack, and let's go to the final one. Now on this attack, I wanted to show you the way we actually can start right into the Town Hall. Now with the RC, that's when, for example, like on different attacks, I haven't have a replay for you today about that, but I want to show you how to get the Town Hall itself if it's too far. And also, it does have a lot of damage around it, so you can easily just start into it with your Warden ability. Now, this is where we're going to go with the RC, and this base is actually going to get yeah, quite wrecked with the way we do this RC walk, because it's kind of crazy how everything goes. Now I wanted to take down that bomb tower so the RC doesn't move upwards, but yeah, she's gonna move downwards anyway, so that's good. Now let's look at my invisibilities again. So we're gonna see how I use it. Now the RC is going a bit lower. You need to watch out the way she paths just to make sure you don't miss on those invisibilities. She's gonna now go for the Inferno, and this is where I make the Inferno invisible so she can step around it, because she will be able to take it down. It doesn't matter, same as the Expo, she can take it down, and you can even take down the multi-archer tower. You can see we are not properly dropping those invisibilities like kind of near those major buildings and defenses. We're dropping on them when they're low on HP. So now going to start everything into the town hall and kind of finish on this area. Now you might be saying, why did I start into the town hall and not on the last base? Well, look at this. We got a single Inferno, we got two of these fire spitters that would have started attacking us once we enter the base, and the monolith with a poison tower that can slow us down. This top side was very toxic for the troops that we have, like Titans, King, Root Rider, my Queen. But the lower side, it's fine because we're diving into a CC and we're diving into the Town Hall. There is no risk of 1-stars, there is no risk of failing, and also there's less risk of your King actually getting cooked too early on, okay? Now, this is where I want to go with that Earthquake Boots. I wish it was a bit more closer to that wall so we would have opened the wall to the monolith, but look at my RC drop on this attack. I'm dropping it with the P.E.K.K.A.s, with some troops and helping out the army to reach the backend. I'm not holding it for the backend, because if I drop it, obviously it's gonna die a bit more forward. We don't have the Fox, so it won't go invisible. But here you can see how much of a help it becomes. She got dropped on the right side, helping the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Titan staying alive. If there are skelly traps on the air or on the ground, she will take those out, and she's still going to take down that entire back end with the Phoenix even if she dies. This is the beauty again of this strategy, and I've tried my best to make something out of Carbofin strategy that I was doing a few days ago, and this version is literally the best you can use in the game, and it's going to stay because it's not taking any cookie troop, it's not taking any event troop or events, for example, I don't know, equipment. It's literally a normal regular strategy dropping in high legends, and I'm doing it on my main account, so that should tell you something. The link, as always, will be down below in the description, and hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and like it and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you soon tomorrow. Take care and peace.